Hola mis queridos, ¿cómo estás, mi amor Alicia? Hello my kittens, how are you? My name is Allison, and today we're playing Nancy Drew the Silent Spy Pre-Order Edition. I am super excited today because we are getting a lot done. I super hope so at least. Oh my gosh, because I actually did some research on one of the achievements because I realized I actually do not know all of the locations for the coin achievement, and that coin achievement is actually called Treasure Hunters, which is actually not labeled until you actually get the achievement, which is unfortunate, but hey, that's Her Interactive's idea of achievements. Anyway, actually, before we get to that part, let me tell you the difference between Pre-Order Edition and the regular game. It actually all depends if Nancy has a cell phone in the game or not. And in this game, she does. So with the pre-order, she gets mini games on that cell phone, as well as phone charms. You actually get an achievement for getting all those phone charms, which is sweet. Usually, if there's like a location theme of where the game is set, the achievement icon is normally what the theme is, which is pretty nice. And in this case, we're in Scotland, so the theme is going to be, of course, Nessie, the Loch Ness Monster, and I'll show you in just a second. And I think another thing that's in the pre-order edition minigames, oh yeah, you also get random texts from Ned Nickerson, who is Nancy's boyfriend, or as I like to call, romantic friend. Their relationship is actually a bit of a pet peeve of mine in the book series, which is the same name, Nancy Drew, written by a ghostwriter called Carolyn Keene. And I say ghostwriter because Carolyn Keene is a fake name. There are multiple people who write under that name, which is really nice. It gives them some experience as an author, although it doesn't give them much credit unless you actually look into their name. I actually did some research into it. I actually happen to know one of the names because they happen to be related to one of my friends, which is super sweet. And I say related because they passed away in the past 10 years, which is unfortunate. I actually decided to read that book on my radio show at the time. And then again, on my other channel, I'm still reading it because I haven't posted a video on that channel in a long while. That reminds me, self-promo. Definitely check out my other channel, or what I like to call my main channel, because that's what the channel I started out with. It's called The Esperanza 243. I don't just read books, I also do karaoke, lyric videos. I'm even putting up podcasts of the radio show that I used to do years ago. And I'm just doing that because I want to get all those episodes out and off my account so that I can create new ones. And that's definitely going to take years, considering how many episodes I did. Anyway, let's get back to the game. So, Nancy Drew, the Silent Spy. The plot is basically Nancy being recruited to Scotland because of her passed away mother. Apparently, her mother's death wasn't an accident. Oi, I don't like her did this. I'm telling you, The Silent Spy is my least favorite only because of the plot and what they did with the relationship between Nancy and her dad. Everything else is fine. Everything else is awesome. Just the plot and the relationship between Nancy and her dad. Terrible. Okay, that's my choice, my opinion. Do not take that personal. And I am laughing because I am nervous of what people think. Oh boy, okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into the achievements room, or awards room, as most people would call it. I've already gotten a majority of them. Right here is the spoiler free. This actually refers to one of the new features that is in the latest Nancy Drew games, and that is the hint system. I will actually point that out once we're in the game. I'm not going to point out the one in the back because that's actually pretty important later on in the game. I'm not going to spoil it. Treasure Hunter, this is actually the one that I'm going to be explaining more into detail once we're in the game. And Trivia Tamer is pretty much the last thing we're going to be doing right when we're done with the game. Before the credits, before we get a teaser of the next game, which is definitely what the next game we're going to be playing after Silent Spy. And I'm actually super looking forward to that one because that's one of my favorites. It's the reason why the next game is my favorite is totally because I'm biased. I am biased because I have been looking forward to the character who is in that game. I'm sorry, the next game is called The Shattered Medallion. It's set in New Zealand, by the way. Super sweet. And the book that it's based off of is not in New Zealand. It's actually in Paris. Sorry, not Paris, France. I mean, it might be in Paris. I can't remember. Anyway, there are outtakes actually that you do get That's actually part of the regular game and the pre-order edition. That's really nice, actually. Oh, that also reminds me. The only way you can get the special game is by getting the pre-order. Once the game is publicly released, you can no longer get the special edition part of the game. It is impossible, unless you actually know someone within Her Interactive, which I don't know if that will actually work. Anyway, so there's actually one more feature that is also new in the Nancy Drew games, and that is the fast combo. I will turn that on so that I can show you once we're in the game. And there's one more feature that I do want to show you, which has been a thing throughout all of the Nancy Drew games, and that is the 2 profiles that you are able to choose from the beginning. That is Amateur Sleuth and Master Sleuth. Amateur Sleuth is basically regular puzzles, hints available, detailed task list, and the Master Sleuth, which has more challenging puzzles, no hints, and basic task list. In my opinion, basic task list is basically no task list whatsoever, which makes sense of why there are no hints. They actually make a difference between the 2 profiles, I think, probably after game number 3 or 4. I do know that in Stay Tuned for Danger there wasn't much of a difference, which was game number 2. Anyway, so I do believe that is it for everything. I do want to go into detail of like the reasons of why I'm not a big fan of the plot or the relationship between Nancy and her dad, but that will be part of the review, which I talk about at the end of the video. So let's go ahead and get into the game. Oh, that's right, stage shooting. There's a stage shooting. I am not gonna bring this up to him just yet. The coin achievement, the treasure one. Is there one in Cathedral? Oh, there are 5. So okay. According to this, I had to print this out actually because I know I wouldn't have been able to remember everything. Yeah, so facing the archives, it's going to be on top of the files on the left, which I think we already did get that one. And then there's the archives on the floor between the 2 computer banks. I'm not sure where that is. Facing the entrance to the server room. I think I might have gotten everything in here. Facing the entrance to the server room. Firewall controllers to the right. On the floor at left. Near the handrail. I guess I've already gotten that one? Oh, there's one where Ewan is away from his computer. Actually, no, we can do that now. Cause... Ba, 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 ba.
Stop messing with that.
Oh, I was wondering why I wasn't hearing anything. Ah! Okay, so it says above the keyboard under the far right monitor. I guess we already got it.
I shouldn't do that right now. I shouldn't do that right now.
Alright, fine. Party pooper. Alright, so there are some in Zoe's room. I'm not gonna say Bridget since we already know who she is. Do 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 do. Let's use the bow and arrow. And I think I might have already gotten everything in here too. So let's see. There's one on the bed, on the hanging above the bed. When you're looking at the green notebook. There we go. I see him from the coffee table looking closely at the flowers. Oh, hey, got it. Sweet. Alright, so we are done with Zoe's room. And oddly enough, there's also one in Nancy's room. I think we already got that one. Which was on the white lilies. Yeah. And, oh, the other one is on the suitcase, but that's right after you arrive. At the beginning of the game. So, I think I already missed on that. So, there's 3 in the hallway. So, on the lamp to the left of Nancy's door. And there's one above the painting to the right of Nancy's door. I think we might have gotten all of those. And also there's another one. Yeah, we got that one too. In the palm tree in front of the elevator. Yeah. So apparently, sorry, I know I'm doing like just the achievements right now. Oh, hey, Zoe's gone. That's interesting. Oh yeah, the minigames. Sorry, I almost forgot about that. So the minigames, these are basically, and here are the phone charms. These are basically minigames that are used from other Nancy Drew games. Double Take, that's from Warnings of Waverly Academy. Renograms, that's from Shadow at the Water's Edge, as well as Trail of the Twister. Oddly enough, Renograms is actually a real game and is actually kind of fun, in my opinion. There's also Land Rush. This is also in Trail of the Twister. Wires, this is used in Alibi and Ashes, and I think it might have been used in one more game, but I can't quite remember which one it is. Escape, this one is used in Captive Curse. Aggregation, Deadly Device. Color Block, this was also used in Deadly Device as well as Captive Curse. And I think it might have been used in one more game, but I can't quite remember what it was. And I think that might have been it. What I actually think is really cool, which is also another feature that has been added, I think, recently, is that when you view the photos that you've taken, you can actually use those photos as a wallpaper, which is super cool. So, like, yeah. But I'm not going to do that. No, I had chosen the tunnel. Yeah. Okay, so actually no, it's probably best I do the achievement in this video. Actually, you know what? I should be doing the achievement stuff in the Sunday videos, considering that's what I did last week. So let me cross out the ones that I've already done. So there's still a lot to do. There's the hotel, courtyard, the train station, gift nook, Ferris Den, Loch Lomond, which I think we already found. Training center, the cabin, those two were also at Loch Lomond. Yeah, so that I think that's going to be in a separate video. Let's actually go ahead and go forth with the actual game part, because I think we're already getting close to the end of the video. Let's go through the task list, which I didn't do at the beginning of the video. I try to do that at the beginning of each video.
That off. Did that.
We did contact the scientists and kind of mucked that up. with
Did that. Still have to do that.
stolen cards. Yeah, we need to talk to our contact in Cathedral about that.
Hi.
Hi. Oh, guess not.
I'll let you go.
See you around.
Oh, but we did find out that it was staged. We need to talk to Alec, because he was there when it happened. Which really confuses me. Why would he come to our room? I mean, he knows what room we're in, but why then?
Tell me something good.
Tell me something good. Ow!
I found a laser in my room. I figured you'd want it back. I got to thinking, who could have staged the break-in? Who was there to plant the laser and fake gunshots using...
Squibs.
I don't care what they're called, Alec. You need to explain what you're doing and who you're working for.
Fair enough.
You took my playing cards. Why?
I found it. I was meaning to give it back to you.
Sure.
Oh, you're a bad liar.
I'm a great liar when I want to be.
Nancy,
Nancy, I'm sorry.
Who are you and what do you want?
If I tell you
Oh my
what
gosh.
I know, you'll be killed.
I don't need anyone to keep me safe.
All right.
Oh
I'm
my
only
gosh,
telling you
Nancy.
this because I do believe you'll find out anyway. And I believe that you'll end up getting yourself killed by asking the wrong person the wrong question. Take this.
Want to see your sister again? Use whatever means necessary to get the deck of cards from the Drew girl, then drop the deck off in locker 36. Aha! Did I just hear him walk off? If you are reading this letter, it is because I have been forced to take drastic steps to save the life of my sister. My name is Alec Fell. I am a licensed private investigator in Glasgow. Okay, so he was telling the truth. Some years ago, I investigated a car accident for a client. A car accident. That was our mom. At the time, I was warned that it was in my best interest to back away from the investigation. Obviously, I did not. As a result, my office was ransacked and torched. You can find a record of this in the Glasgow Police Archives. Please use those records to verify this letter. Following the fire, I was told that my punishment had not yet begun. Generally, I would shrug off such a threat, but with the police unable to turn over a single lead, I took the warning seriously. Then nothing. I began to think that they had forgotten about me, but last month my home was broken into and the safe I used to store my personal contacts was compromised. The police investigated, but once again found no leads. Then last week I was contacted again. Grace Reed, my sister, was taken from her home and has not been seen since the 1st of this month. I have been told to cooperate and follow orders if I want to see her alive again. Her husband has been similarly instructed and has asked that I comply with these requests. Beyond that, he is not involved. I believe the group that has taken my sister is somehow related to the terrorist organization known as Revenant. If I find any proof of an imminent attack, I will forward it your way directly. I am being monitored and have little chance of getting a message directly to the police. If I contact you further, please pass on what I tell you directly to the authorities. What I am asking requires a large leap of faith on your part. Know this, if you're holding this letter, it means that the situation has gone quite dire for myself and countless others, and you are now the last line of defense against what could turn out to be the worst attack to occur in Glasgow's history. I will arrange a time to meet with one of your reporters on very little notice. Tell your people to stand by.
You are our last hope.
I have to go. Be safe.
Oi. Vey. Dude! Dude! Locker 36. Locker 36. Locker 36.
It's the cards.
Heck freaking yes!
Make it
She's
quick.
back!
What was the colony operation?
It was exactly what you saw in the notes.
Why did it happen?
The short story is, we don't know for sure.
Who is we?
Me, plus other people.
Yep,
And we don't discuss guesses.
I assume so. Alright, did you see those arrows? That's part of the fast combo feature. If you actually click on those arrows when it's bright yellow, you actually get to skip the dialogue that the person is talking, whether it be the character that you're facing or yourself. which is actually pretty interesting. It actually helps when you're doing a speed run, or if you're just bored and want to do the gaming portion instead of just paying attention to the plot, which is totally understandable. Sometimes I'm in that mood. I'm actually going to turn it off so that I don't incidentally click on it, because we are paying attention to the story.
Talk to you later.
Bye.
Alrighty, dighty. So now that we have the cards back, I am actually going to put these in here. Hello? Just a friendly reminder about how great staying alive is. Gosh dang it, Ned. This is one of the random texts I was talking about.
There's something hidden on these cards.
Yep. And we will solve this in the next video, which will be next Tuesday, because this Sunday we're going to be doing the achievement, which is going to be a pretty short video, if you ask me, because I think that's the only achievement that needs to be done, right? Oh, right, the spoiler-free achievement. Okay, so let me save here. Clean formula. And save. And I am actually going to load. I'm going to save it again. I'm going to load the hint system, because I want to show it to you again. So basically, and I am going to show you this. This is the hint system I was talking about. These question marks are able to help you if ever you get stuck with any of the tasks that are on your list. And I am actually going to go ahead and click this just because I want to show you how it works. And of course, this doesn't actually ruin the achievement, which is nice. Look around to see if Kate left behind any clues. Yeah, well, I kind of figured that would be something like that. There will be times where it's just one hint, which is like this. But there are other times where it will have multiple hints. If that's the case, there will be like a second hint below it, and it'll have like a little loading thing like it's a game it's trying to load. And it will continue like that until you get to a red box, and that red box will actually have the solution of how to actually get that task done, so that you don't have to worry about actually looking for it, solving it yourself. You just get the solution right away. Which is, you know, kind of cheating the system. That's basically getting spoiled. Which is why they called the achievement spoil free. So I think that's about it here. I'm not going to save just because that was the achievement thing. Alright, so that is going to be it. I cannot believe... I mean, we got one thing done. So, unfortunately, I didn't get to call Nancy's dad to show you why I don't like what Her Interactive did with the relationship between them. But as far as the plot, well, let me tell you something. All of Nancy Drew's video games are based off the books of the same series. Of the series of the same name. I think I told you this at the beginning of the video. Either one book or a collection of them. For instance, I do know Secret of the Old Clock is a combination of like 3 or 4 books. It's a combination of Secret of the Old Clock, Lilac Inn, and I think something about the Red Barn Farm or something like that. But for Silent Spy, the book that it's based off is The Clue of the Whistling Bagpipes. And it's actually really good. It's actually one of my favorite books. The Captive Witness is actually on that list of my favorite Nancy Drew books. And I'm just saying that because these 2 books are actually stories that I would possibly write myself. Except for the, you know, illegal stuff that goes on. Anyway, The Clue of the Whistling Bagpipes is actually quite different as far as the plot. For instance, it is set in Scotland, but her dad goes with her to Scotland. The plot is Nancy is supposed to inherit a brooch from her great-grandma. Of course, I need to check the book again to make sure I'm remembering this correctly. I could be great-aunt, for all I know. By the way, there is a way to read the book. I thought I had the book, but it turns out I don't. So I had to look up the internet, find out how I could read it. And there's actually a website that allows you to borrow books for free for a limited time. Like 2 weeks. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. But I think you're only allowed like a certain amount of books with your account. But that's fine, because seriously, the only books I'm going to be looking up are Nancy Drew. Because I'm in a video game club for Nancy Drew, but we also include the books that the games are based off, which is really nice. So what's really neat about the book is that her father supports her in almost everything she does. Here's the kicker: Ned Nickerson is not there. In fact, her two best friends, Bess Marvin and George Fane, it's either George Fay or George Fane. I get her last name mixed up, only because I've been writing a book myself using those two names. And I mix up the last name just so that they're not the same. Yeah, I'm trying to write a Nancy Drew book here with my own unique way. I'm crazy. Anyway, I've been talking too much. I'm probably not explaining the book correctly right now just because I'm all over the place. Yeah, my mind's all over the place. I'm trying to figure out what I need to do for tomorrow. Basically, I want to go to bed. I'm complaining. So, again, I will talk to you all in the next video, which will be Nancy Drew, the Silent Spy. Most likely, the next video of Silent Spy will be the achievements video on Sunday. But if you're following the number parts of the series, it's going to be next Tuesday. Talk to you guys later. And on that note, I hope you all enjoyed this video. If so, smash that like button like a kitten would. And if you're just now tuning into this channel, go ahead and click that ugly red subscribe button to make it that beautiful gray, as well as the bell icon right next to it. That'll notify you of all the videos that I do, which are on Tuesdays and Thursdays and Sundays, rarely Fridays. And I hope you all have a great morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you are in the world. I am Sweet Rascally Rabbit's Fun World, saying goodbye. Stay awesome and stay on YouTube! No, I ain't gonna comb my hair, 'cause I ain't going anywhere. No, 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 no.